Welcome back to the the Smoke Break JBR. I don't know what just happened there. Welcome back to Smoke Break JBR. I was trying to fidget with the phone right now. The Just Be Real podcast.
Fidgeting.
Sorry, I know, very, very poor opening. But welcome back to Smoke Break JBR, the Just Be Real podcast, where we sit down, have fun, and just be real.
Yeah.
I'm welcome back with Brandon, as you can see off screen, right through the mirror right here. But bam, there's Brandon. We don't have the TV on today just because last time we had a little bit of a drop issue, so we want to make sure that everything's running perfect.
Yep.
So we're going to jump right into it today. Brandon, I showed you the new Joker trailer.
You did?
What did you think? For the people who don't know, there's a new Joker movie coming out. It is by DC, and it's going to be featuring Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes,
Right?
Joaquin
Sorry,
Phoenix.
I'm fidgeting with all my wires right now. But yeah, it's going to be with Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker, with Robert De Niro, I think
Yeah.
I saw.
I believe so, yes.
Honestly, saw the trailer. Looks fucking good. Looks very interesting. Looks very different. I want to know if this is prequel to Dark Knight.
It definitely seems like it. However, for some reason, it's like the tonal direction that DC, or at least Warner Brothers, is trying to go for. It's all over the place. I'm okay with going for the Dark Knight style, but at least stick with it. It's like you were like, hey, Dark Knight trilogy worked really, really well because you kept it realistic basically for the most part.
Yeah, it's just I don't know where they're going with the tone of the movies right now. I really don't understand where they're going with the tone because we have the Dark Knight series, which is very dark, grim, like almost a how do I put it? Like a dystopian future.
Yes,
almost like a dystopian future.
Dystopian.
And it's good. It's very dark.
Yes.
It's very cool. I like it. It works with that feeling. It works with that theme. And then you have Justice League, which I can't really tell what that falls under.
Not even that. You have, was it Batman versus Superman?
Oh, my God.
Even worse, you have Suicide Squad?
Look,
we
can get into that all day because we can. But because those movies are fucking terrible. But we're going to get into just the trailer. But I just don't know because this movie seems to have the same tone as, would you say like Dark Knight?
I want to say, yeah, like Dark Knight. I wouldn't say Dark Knight Rises. That's kind of...
No, I would say Dark Knight.
Dark Knight
with the Joker.
Yeah, especially that.
Because the way they seem to be playing it off how they're showing Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, it seems like it's still in the realm of Christian Bale's Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Like, it really seems like it's still in that same area, in that same realm, that same tone.
Probably like a parallel or alternate universe, but still kind of following the same track because obviously if you have the Heath Ledger Joker, you can't have this other Joker that we're being introduced to. However, you're still kind of going along the same realistic track.
Yeah, true enough.
So it's like, you're still trying to go like, hey, we're trying to still keep with the Christian Bale realistic, but not kind of use the same story.
Yeah, I love how there's people behind us.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It's so funny to me.
Okay,
that's why
guys.
I like this big-ass window.
Oh, yeah.
Because every once in a while you have people who think that we can't see them and they're not part of the show right now.
Oh,
as you can see.
They're walking.
It's so funny. But my thing is I want to know, is this going to be correlated to Dark Knight? Is this going to be correlated to Suicide Squad? Is this going to have to do with anything with the mainline story that we're fucking dealing with now?
Well,
because if this is just an off-one movie, what the fuck, DC?
See the problem right now.
It's starting to get annoying, dude. The way they do things is very structured. Like, it's structured poorly, I should say.
Well,
sorry.
Yeah. Right now, Warner Brothers, they've been handling their quote-unquote mainline story extremely poorly. The tonal consistencies are not at all to be found.
How do we go from Dark Knight series? The Dark Knight series, I would say probably one of the best, like the best Batman series they have.
One of the best trilogies, hands down.
Hands down.
Just straight up, right
hands
there.
down. It's amazing, okay? It's a really good series. You go from that to Batman v Superman, which we get nothing out of. Yeah. There's no substance out of that movie.
No, you had, wasn't it?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
First.
Which, okay, I'm going to say out loud, I didn't find it that bad.
It wasn't too bad, but
I didn't find it that bad.
Improving on it, they kind of stayed the same, if not got worse.
Yeah. And then
didn't
it went
get
from
better.
Man of Steel to Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Garbage. Very garbage movie. We've talked about it on here plenty of times.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those movies that it's bad that the director's cut is better than the one I saw in theaters. Like, that's really bad.
Sometimes
That's really bad, dude.
some
It's not
cases-
like Blade Runner where it's like, oh, we just deleted a scene. No. It's like you missed out on another 100 minutes of the movie, and it completely makes the movie better. It makes the
Well-
movie better, Brandon. Have you seen the director's cut?
Well, the thing is, I haven't even seen. Well, I've seen a majority of BVS, but I haven't seen the whole. From
Look.
start to finish, I have not seen the whole.
I've watched the original cut, which is garbage.
Oh, I know.
It
that.
is-
That's a given.
Garbage. And
That's
then I
fair
watched the
given.
director's cut. It's still not a great movie.
Why are you torturing yourself?
It's not a good movie.
I don't.
but-
I don't think that's allowed under
But
the Geneva.
but I
Accords.
have to say this. But the director's cut did make more sense, and it
Okay.
did have a lot better scenes, and it set up things better.
Well,
I don't understand why they do it this way and why they're trying to
trying
be so
keep within-
different.
They're
and-
trying to keep within time limits. You know, there's time frames that they have to, adhere to because that's just how the studio works, and that's how the executives are like, hey, we want it by this time, so we can release it by this time, and all this and that.
it's
And
just it's
instead of really taking the time to really work on
and the mainline story for whatever they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing has no sense of direction.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's no fucking direction
all
with
over
the
the
movie.
place.
There's no direction with the franchise. There's no direction with what they're going to do with Justice League.
No.
There's no direction at all with that studio. With DC Studios, it's just going all over the place.
It's not just that the direction itself, but even just how each of the films look. When you look at all the different
Because you go
films from-
Batman v Superman, right? I can't hear in my headphones, by the way. I'm just letting you know. Can you double check? Oh, that's me. I can hear me. All right, it's fine.
How about now?
Now I can.
You
Perfect.
can?
I can.
Okay.
Much better. Where was I? What was I saying?
Yeah, if you listen to all the different, if you watch all the different Warner Brothers movies from DC, just by comparing it to how the Marvel movies look, tonally,
See, the thing
they
is,
like flip flop from one type to a different look to another look. But Marvel, they've basically been
kept it pretty
consistent.
consistent. And we're going to get into the next topic, which is Marvel, but we're going to get into that in a second.
Okay.
But the problem with DC is they're not giving us a mainline direction. When it came to Marvel, when it came to Captain America, when it came down to Iron Man, when it came down to everyone else, it actually gave you a direction, which was Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity Stones, all these different things, right?
A long term,
And it gave us a long-term mainline story. With DC, I'm not getting any of that. And if the precursor for that was Batman v Superman, where the fuck was it? If that's your mainline story direction, which is that movie, what was the direction?
See, the problem.
What
is
was
that
the direction? Because
they
if it's
didn't- they didn't
Doomsday,
give it-
it's
they-
not working.
I think the
Like-
problem was that they didn't give enough setup for this mainline story to really develop.
The thing is, there's
100%.
no setup, Brandon.
That's why
There's
they
no
didn't.
setup. There's none. There's zero. They didn't even give us a little bit.
Like,
With Batman v Superman, there's no hinting at the fact that we're going to fight Darkseid, right?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Zero. And then we go Wonder Woman. Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. No direction of who we're fighting in this franchise. And then we go Justice League. We kind of get it. We get his nephew,
Yeah.
which is, I forgot his name.
Steppenwolf.
There we go. We get his nephew. Are you serious? And then we got an Aquaman movie after.
Yeah.
And now we need a Flash movie and a Cyborg movie.
Yeah.
So
What about
how is this working out? And a Batman movie.
Are they going to do a proper Green Lantern? What about Martian Manhunter?
See,
Hunter?
my
Yeah.
problem is everyone was going to complain, no matter what, that the fact that they were going to reboot Batman, right?
Yeah.
They were going to, and did you hear about Ben Affleck not wanting to be Batman anymore?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he actually got his contract canceled.
I'm glad.
I think he was able to get out of it.
Because the problem is I'm going to stand by what I'm going to say right now, which
Okay.
is Ben Affleck had the potential to be a good Batman,
But
but a good older Batman. Meaning,
like-
if they gave us a little bit of a backstory where it's like Robin is the Joker or Robin was killed, like the Killing Joke, and this is Batman coming out of retirement to take out Superman, dude, much better.
Yeah, if they
Much
if they
better.
were to
If he
give
is
him-
an old man Batman and it's going to be real Batman v Superman and he has a heart attack, which they should have done,
Okay.
because that was. Did you know that storyline?
I do. I know.
Do you want me to break it down for you?
I know of parts of an older, mature Batman.
I will
but-
break it down for you.
Okay.
So basically, it's the same mainline story of Batman v Superman. It's called Batman versus Superman,
Oh yes.
but it's old man Batman.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they had the structure there. It's exactly like the cartoon. It's exactly like the graphic novel, basically.
Yeah.
So they can do exactly that. And after their battle, when Batman is basically winning, where before he says, "Not another Martha's gonna die tonight," which made me cringe so bad.
Yeah. A lot of
But-
people did say that.
At that moment, Batman actually has a heart attack,
Huh.
and that unifies him and Superman even more so because he has to save him.
Uh-huh.
Why couldn't they do that?
I don't know.
Why
man.
couldn't they have? They already have the structure, the script, a play-by-play to make this a good mainline story and make it a very good Justice League series.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
I guess they were.
And they didn't.
I'm like, they own the rights. It's not like they can't like use similar things.
And
because of
I
whatever
hope
reasons.
someone at Warner Brothers realizes they need to make a restart.
Yeah.
They need like a hard restart.
The problem is
because
that they've invested a lot already.
they invested too much. Way too much.
So if they've invested way too much, what are they going to do then?
I don't know, dude.
Just continue.
And their
'cause
Doom
it's too
Patrol
big to
show
fail?
actually looks interesting. It looks
Brendan
interesting.
Fraser finally coming back. Hey, thank
Good for
goodness,
him.
Something.
Good for him.
Yeah, because goodness gracious.
But Doomsday or Doom Patrol
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't
Looks
like their
interesting.
extended trailer because it had way too much information.
Yeah,
I felt
well-
like I watched the entire season already.
That's why it's the extended trailer.
Like it's too much.
gives
way
you all
too
the
much.
information and then some
way
more.
too much. But honestly, man, I'm really sad at the fact that so far we cannot have decent, good DC movies besides the Dark Knight series.
Yeah.
Like those were amazing, and they're held in such regard now.
Well, it's Christopher Nolan. He's the
Christopher
one that
Nolan
really-
killed it,
He
dude.
really had the direction on the spot. Really knew what to show and what
Absolutely.
not to show, and he had the right idea when it came to the writers. And
And then somewhere down the
Yeah.
line, the studio went, "Nah, we're just gonna go for cash."
yeah,
And
that's
it's-
a lot of places, but yeah,
It's
a lot of people are just like, you know what? Let's just go for
So,
the squeaker option.
that's where I'm hoping the Joker movie.
This might
I
be the
hope-
redeeming factor.
I hope
The
this is gonna
redeeming?
be somewhat of a tangent they're gonna go on,
Uh-huh.
where it's gonna be a new Batman.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a new, different story, maybe.
If it's a new Batman, do you want it to be a mature, older Batman, or
If it's gonna be a Batman, okay, because the way they kind of have the Joker set
based
up.
upon what you've seen of the new Joker movie?
So if they're setting up, because the Joker movie almost looks like it's taking place in what, 1970s New York?
Looks like.
Like 1970s New York. That's what it looks like it's set up in. Maybe it's
'Cause it
dystopian
looks like-
city. We
'cause
don't
it
know.
Looks like the gambling casino Joker.
Exactly.
The
looks
old
like the,
school original Joker.
Like the Red Hood Joker. Originally, because that's who they say he was before.
oh,
was
I
the
thought
Red
it looked
Hood.
like the Adam West Joker, kind of.
Yeah, but because originally they say, because they don't know where Joker's origin story is, that
Of
he
course.
was a comedian. Rob Banks is the Red Hood, and the Red Hood
Yeah.
is several different people, and that became the Joker. But I hope it's that storyline, and I hope they kind of give. I hope they don't even show Batman. I hope there's no Batman.
Huh.
I'm hoping there's no Batman, and this is when Gotham is becoming that cesspool that they always talk about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That it becomes that. Hopefully, it's more of like the animated series. If it's more like the animated series,
More raw and gritty.
oh boy, it's gonna be a good series.
Okay.
It will be if it's gonna stick with that 1970s, maybe later noir feel. It's gonna be a good franchise. It's going to be a very good franchise because that means Batman doesn't have the crazy gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
Batman doesn't have too much shit. It's his batarang, his grappling hook. That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
His smoke bombs.
Very bare bones.
So if they're going to do that, I hope they do it correctly and they make it more like Detective Batman. And they're going to make it more like animated series
Like
Batman.
he actually has to put in the proper work. To
And he
find
actually
out,
has to
figure
be the
out.
greatest detective of all time.
Yeah.
and not just a fucking superhero,
Yeah, that's true.
which is gonna lead us into Marvel.
Well, the thing is, before that,
Okay. By all
if
means.
they do go for like a greatest detective of all time, and they make him like an older, more mature Batman because he's got aches and pains,
Yeah.
maybe because he's not able to do all the crazy acrobatics he used to do, now he has to actually do the proper
Detective work.
work because that's all he's able to do
Maybe
now.
that's Robert De Niro. Maybe. Oh no, he's got to be Commissioner Gordon.
Possibly, but I mean, like it's
Wait,
an idea that I think could really work out well. You know, an older, more mature Batman, one who's already dealt with his Joker, but has suffered losses against them and is suffering through quandaries of, you know, decision.
I think if they can, I'm really excited. The trailer really got me hyped. I don't know about you. The trailer got me really hyped. Like I'm
definitely happy that
I'm
they're
pretty
going
excited
a
for it.
more- They're going for a more realistic portrayal of Joker.
realistic, dark.
Yeah,
Watch the trailer. You'll see what we mean.
of course, no Joker can really replace the Heath Ledger Joker.
Heath
but-
Ledger Joker was probably one of, if not the greatest Joker of all time.
absolutely.
The
But-
amount of psychosis he gave that character is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You actually feel that he's crazy.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Like oh god, that Joker's so
Like,
good.
he's genuine, as
It's
genuine as you can get.
Very genuine.
So, you know, considering that, you know, I think that this Joker, at least this movie, is going to be the first step in the right direction. If
I hope.
Warner Brothers can really truly see what is required, what the people want.
What we want, what the fans want. The camera went out, by the way.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, my bad.
I got it.
Oopsies. But as we're in black right now, I will present you with the next topic, which is Marvel. Captain Marvel came out this weekend. Everyone's up in arms. There's a lot of mixed reviews.
Oh, yeah.
My
That's-
biggest quip about it is that everyone's telling me I don't need to watch this movie to watch Endgame.
Yeah, a lot. I've been hearing that as well. So
And honestly,
you're not alone.
that's frankly fucking annoying. That's really annoying.
Annoying in what
Why?
way?
It's annoying in the sense of why would you put this movie here
Uh-huh.
in between Infinity War and Endgame?
If it's
We have
not-
been waiting for this finishing act for years now.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing else that matters.
Maybe-
Honestly, in all
Well,
reality, Brandon, do you
unless-
really care about Captain Marvel?
Well, okay. Well, before even caring about Captain Marvel,
Okay.
this whole arc, this is definitely the finishing act. For those who are actually really into knowing what's next for Marvel Studios, they will know that there will be another Avengers, the
Yeah.
Ultimate Avengers.
There's going to be another
We don't
arc.
know necessarily what's going to happen then because we still haven't gotten what's after Thanos.
Yep.
So, for all we care, this is the final. This is the finale.
This is the arc
So
for us.
whatever
this is
you're
it.
giving us before is like, yo, this is super important key information that is going to be pivotal for the next one. So you really want to be able, you really want to watch the final.
And that's how, as fans, we see it. We see it as, oh, we need to watch this movie
Yeah.
in order to watch Endgame. And
Yeah.
when I have people coming up to me and telling me there's no reason to watch Captain Marvel, I don't want to watch it. Because we have been waiting, how many years it's like 10 years? Over 10 years?
I want to say over 10 years.
That we've, as fans, have invested in the Marvel series to get to Endgame, to get to how we beat Thanos. Why would we want a movie in between that doesn't help the mainline story?
Absolutely.
That's such a waste of time. It's a waste of the consumer's time, and it's a waste of the studio's time.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is, they can easily make a different way to beat Thanos instead of Captain Marvel, and then introduce Captain Marvel for Ultimate Avengers, their next arc.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it
Honestly-
now?
honestly,
Why would they not do it for their next arc? It doesn't make sense.
I really
it's just
think, because I think that they should really have introduced Captain Marvel into the Ultimate Avengers.
Yep.
Because isn't that who she's supposed to be really truly part of?
so. I'm not going to give any spoilers away because it's not fair. It's simply not fair.
Okay.
But the people she's fighting are so pivotal in the Ultimate Avengers, if they're going with that mainline story, with the Ultimate Avengers, that it's like, why would you do this movie now?
Yeah. Seems
like,
out
why
of place.
it's completely out of place. This should have been right after Endgame.
Yeah.
This should have been right after Endgame. It should have been Endgame, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, July. How hard is that? But no, Disney wants to get all our money and put right in the center,
Yeah.
right before we get Endgame.
Yeah. I'm like,
No, man. I don't settle for that shit. That's annoying.
absolutely.
And then it doesn't actually benefit us as fans. Then no.
what if
Like, that's
What
I
if-
hate that shit, dude. It's really annoying.
How
It's
ab-
so annoying.
What-
And movies are expensive now, man.
Yeah, that's true.
How am I going to spend almost $40 to go see a movie that we have been banking on for a franchise we've invested 10 years on
Yeah.
to a movie that doesn't even matter?
I think the
Like-
best way to watch this new movie is to actually not watch it now, and once it comes out on Redbox or DVD or whatever,
Netflix.
and well, not even then.
Oh, yeah, Captain Marvel won't be on Netflix.
hold on,
huh?
hold on. It's not even to watch it on Netflix or where to watch it. It's once Endgame comes out, then watch Captain Marvel.
Yep.
And when Infinity War Part 1 ends, don't watch the end credits. Just next movie.
It's
Endgame.
just...
And then once Endgame comes out, and then you finish that, it's like, okay, now we can introduce Captain Marvel, because then we'll get a proper
See-
introduction to the Ultimate Avengers.
Yep. And I
'Cause
hate
like you
the
said-
fact that as fans, we have to do that ourselves.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
blows.
Oh, well, we have to do the machete method with Star Wars. We have to skip 1 and go 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, and then that's it.
You can't argue with me at the
Or
fact
no, wait,
that...
you go
Huh.
you go 4, 5, 2, 3, 3.5.
All right, hot take, Brandon.
What? What's up?
Prequels, trash or not trash?
Not trash.
Explain yourself.
Machete method.
That doesn't count, man.
Yes.
Stand alone. No, Brandon.
Yes.
In regular sequence, are the prequels of Star Wars good or trash?
Trash,
Thank you.
but good in the machete method. Because it's very pivotal.
I will never settle for that machete method because if a series is supposed to be a series, I should watch it from beginning to end.
What
You know
if
what I mean?
you're able to convert Star Wars into a Marvel version of Star Wars, where you have a larger story within the stories you're watching? So when you watch it in the machete method, it's which is 4, 5, which is Luke Skywalker. That's the main arc we're
I'm
following.
gonna grab my hoodie really quick, dude. I'm freezing.
You go for it,
All right.
man.
So go ahead.
So
So,
in-
machete method for
Yeah,
Marvel.
machete. Yeah, with for Star Wars, you have
Okay.
4, 5, which is the Luke, whole thing. We get his arc. 4, introduction, all that. 5, we figure out, Darth Vader is the father of Luke Skywalker, and then we're like, oh crap, what's going on? We get the backstory of Darth Vader in 2 and 3. We skip the first one. We don't need none of that. We don't need midichlorians. We don't need Jar Jar. We don't need mini Anakin. Exactly. Exactly. And because the first one is the only place that is mentioned, as far as I know, then it's fine. We can just skip 1. Yeah. So we get 2 and 3, which is once he's already a little bit older, he's been training for a little while, and we figure out, he started off when he was already older, so he's got already tendencies. He's already starting to convert into evil, and then in 3, he becomes evil. We figure out he becomes Darth Vader, and then we figure out, the whole linkage between him and Luke. Then we get 3.5, which is the Rogue One. Yeah.
3.5. Yeah.
And then we get 6, which is the finale of that one. Then we get 7, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, no more.
Yeah.
I think that's probably because if you watch it in that method, then it's like, okay, you can watch it in a marathon.
Yeah, you can
A
watch it
huge
there, but-
marathon. Just like the Lord of the Rings extended versions.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
See, I'm just irritated at the fact that Marvel thinks that we're dumb and we're not going to notice this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we're not going to notice that Captain Marvel, and I'm really mad at the fact that people are trying to, I won't get into that, never mind. But this movie should have just been right after Endgame. Right after Endgame. Either post Endgame, like the movie directly after Endgame,
Yeah.
for beginning of what, June? Because
I think so. Because May.
Endgame is May?
I believe either end of April or mid-May.
I think you're right.
I think it's mid-May, though.
I think it's mid-May. I think you're right. So yeah, why not do that and then release it in June?
Yeah.
So that way you can leave us with a little Easter egg at the end of the movie, leading into your next arc.
Yeah.
How hard is that, dude?
And the thing is, with the previous movie that had come out, that was I think would have been super pivotal, which was Guardians 2, with Adam. Hello, if they would have really incorporated that into
Why would they not
Endgame,
incorporate Adam? Like
that's so important. I mean, he's one of the main contenders who can fight against Thanos.
See, the thing is, Marvel does such a good job.
They've got the story.
Such a good job.
They literally have the literal word for word how everything goes.
The thing is, I can't be mad at Marvel for too much. I really can't.
Yeah.
Because they've done a good amount of good. They've done a lot of good. A lot of good films.
Pretty much a good track record as far as keeping to the comic source
Personally,
material.
what would you think are the worst movies so far? Dark World, Thor,
Dark World,
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 is garbage. Yeah. That movie is so bad.
Yeah, you don't really consider that one. That's like a
that one you skip.
That's a too far. So yeah, you skip that one. You can skip Thor: Dark World, but it's not recommended.
The thing is, Thor: Dark World is decently pivotal.
It has the ether.
Exactly. So
you have the reality stone.
Does Iron Man 3 have anything pivotal?
No.
Not really, huh?
No,
yeah, you
has
can
nothing.
skip fucking that one. That's
a
terrible
that one you
movie.
Can skip absolutely.
The Mandarin.
I'm an orange. I'm not a person. I'm an orange. I create orange chicken in my chest.
But honestly, dude, it's just they haven't really had too many flops.
Yeah.
You know, I think this one's not going to be a flop, but I think it's more of a misplaced movie.
It's not a financial flop, but it is a
bust for planning.
A creative bust.
It's a creative bust
because a lot of like the main actress, besides what you said, as an actress, she kind of portrayed herself as like a sort of bratty, sort of snotty.
I'm just gonna say this out loud. Maybe
Average?
she's just not a good actress.
Yeah,
like I've seen.
I wasn't really.
No
a big
offense,
fan.
if you like her, by all means, we can have our own opinions. But she's just not a very good actress.
Personally,
and
to me,
I
wasn't a fan of it of her performances.
I'm not. I'm really not a fan of her. I'm really not a fan of the fact that she's Captain Marvel. You know what I mean? I think they could have picked someone that can be more lively like the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That actually can
embody the personality.
Exactly. I want them to emote the character. Mm-hmm. Iron Man. That's Tony Stark.
Absolutely.
He's playing Tony Stark amazingly. I don't see him
Robert
as
Downey
an actor.
Jr. or is it Tony Stark?
Exactly.
Who's the
during the movie?
person?
I'm not going, oh, Robert Downey Jr.
He's just playing himself.
It's like Tony Stark is killing this shit.
Yeah.
Captain America is killing this shit.
Absolutely.
You can refer to them by their names. Captain, I don't even know her name, her actual name. She's not a very good actress. I personally don't find her as a good actress. But
I'm not a fan either.
I'm not a fan.
But
so personally, I don't think
it
just I think it was poor casting decision.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It seemed very bland.
I think it's Brie Larson, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. Again, don't really care.
Yeah.
Now let's skip into actually let's talk about this and then we'll skip into our last topic.
Okay.
What is it? Metal? Black metal? Metal?
No, heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Yeah.
Heavy metal. What helps with counteract?
Well, it's not that it counteracts. It's death metal. Death metal inspires joy, not violence, according to a new study.
How awesome is that?
That's pretty freaking awesome.
That's pretty hilarious. Death metal.
Yeah.
That everyone thinks is, or some people, is Satan's music.
Well,
actually causes joy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And it's more
That's
interesting.
so funny to me.
It's even more interesting that a lot of the bass musicalities of metal or rock is actually kind of concentrated around classical music.
You like death metal?
Of course.
Favorite band? Or like one of the bands you can name off is like, yo, they're good. Like you should listen to them if you want to get into death metal.
That's not really death metal, but it's pretty heavy. It's between the buried. I think it's
anytime here.
Between the buried and me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you been? Oh, basically you've been a metalhead all your life, right?
I've been into rock for quite a while.
Okay. So when you read this study and you read this, do you find it to be true?
Yeah, not necessarily in the way that people expected, though. Most people think that when they say joy, it's more of people think, oh, I'm happy, I'm joyful. It's more of you're able to
Release endorphins?
Release endorphins, release stress, release what you feel into something. So it's not necessarily always caged up inside.
Interesting.
Because after a while, if you keep it in for so long, it could eventually make you explode.
Yeah.
So listening to this type of music.
No.
Yeah. So listening to this type of music kind of makes you, okay, I'm going to let it out.
True
I'm
enough.
Push myself out there,
So you're one to say that it's actually true? You would say it's true?
Yeah.
That when you listen, you kind of let shit...
you kind of like, you start to feel the music and really have it...
Because I like all music.
Resonate.
I love all music except country. I'm not a big fan, and Johnny Cash does not count. And I will stand by that. But, I like all music.
Wouldn't he be Americana?
Huh?
Wouldn't he be Americana or something
Who
like
else falls under Americana then?
that?
Who would you say falls under Americana? Because I guess if he's Americana, but who else falls under that field? Jerry Lewis?
Probably. Maybe also Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry, yeah.
Like that.
No, isn't Chuck Berry more...
50s Americana? 60s?
Yeah, I think you're right.
But...
Besides the point. What was I saying?
Yeah, music.
Music.
With black metal and feeling you're able to really
you actually, as someone, you can say that it does release more endorphins, you would say.
Yeah, it definitely helps, release the stress and what you're feeling inside. And depending on what you're listening to, you can kind of relate to it and to what's being said. And
I think, honestly, as long as because I always found I think anyone can say it, music just relaxes people in any capacity. Honestly, I don't know a single individual that's like, oh, I don't like music.
Yeah, it's really rare when if there's anybody who actually says that, oh, I don't like music, please turn it off. It's like,
it's like...
There are definitely people who have their own tastes and choices in what they want to listen to, but...
Trust me, man, there are some selections out there that I have heard where it's like, wow, some that you've even introduced me to. I'm like, this actually exists. Like this music actually exists. What was you introduced me to an Armenian singer, too.
Tata Simonian.
Yeah. There you go. Which was funny to me. I'm like, how did you discover this guy? Like, he's like, oh, I just,
I used to work at a place near here, and they, a lot of my coworkers were Armenian, so they would listen to a lot of music. And one day they were listening to it. I'm like, hey, what's that song? Who's the artist?
And you kind of just,
kind of like that.
Interesting.
You just kind of from one spot, you kind of bounce off into newer artists and stuff.
You probably have almost, if not more so, the craziest taste in music, just like me. Well, honestly, dude, I love it.
You gotta really throw yourself out there to really discover the most, I guess, different and unique sounds. And the more unique, the better. Because you don't.
How are you gonna know what you like if you don't listen to anything but you're listening to? Than what you're listening to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to know what you like unless you try something new, man?
Exactly. You don't want to listen to the same thing over and over and over again. You want to find something new and different.
Speaking of new and not so different, or too different, I should say, the new Aladdin trailer.
Is it Aladdin or is it pronounced Aladdin? Is it pronounced Aladdin?
Aladdin. But...
Well, yeah, because you told me that you would always say...
I've said Aladdin.
Hey. Mm-hmm. And everybody says, wait, which one?
It's Aladdin. That's what it says on. It's Aladdin, not Aladdin.
Aladdin?
It's Aladdin.
Oh.
So I watched the new Aladdin trailer with you.
It hurts. It hurts. My eyes. They've been burned.
Brandon, you might want to get that reverb ready to go, because this movie looks
look
trash.
at what they've done to my boy.
Look what they did.
They've butchered him.
Look what they did.
Look
what they did to Genie, man. What have they done? Why have they used so much CGI?
Not only on him, but on so much.
The monkey's not even real.
Oh, no.
We can't even get a real monkey?
Well...
Not one real monkey?
I guess it's for the facial expressions, because it's a Disney movie. You have the flying carpet.
Okay, in the trailer, you watched it with me.
Yeah.
The background of the sand looks like a backdrop.
Yeah.
It looks like a backdrop. It doesn't even look like sand. It looks like a 1950s backdrop with the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had a burp. With the mountains drawn on the back. It looks terrible. And then we have Genie.
Please don't use the real name because Will Smith did not do a good job.
Not at all.
Did not do a good job.
Will Smith did not.
He's trying to replicate the cartoon version, and it's just not coming out well.
I'm not going to say that. He's definitely trying to put more of his own twist on it, but
it's really hard.
And I think that's us being biased, 100%, because the thing is, the amount of energy Robin Williams put into an animated character is unmatched.
Absolutely.
It's unmatched. And it's not saying that Will Smith isn't a very energetic guy. He's not very funny. But he doesn't have that energy level of Robin Williams.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And if I don't know who they would have picked to play the Genie, I would actually have preferred if they used some of the original lines and some of the original voices of Genie from Robin Williams and just have him animated. Honestly. Why wouldn't you just have the genie be the genie, look like the genie?
I mean, like,
and just have it be the genie.
So he's a genie, so he already has the magical ability to do basically anything.
To appear any way, shape, or form that he wants.
Exactly.
So why does it have to look like Will Smith?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the song. The song doesn't even sound the same.
It's not
even the song, man.
It's not even sung properly, man.
Oh. God, I'm not gonna see it.
Oh no,
I'm not gonna see it, dude.
I haven't seen any of the live action Disney movies.
Did you? Well, okay. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
Jungle Book, not bad. It's a very well, and it's heavy CGI.
Oh yeah,
but it makes sense.
That's a given. Yeah.
That's a movie you have to do in CGI because the animals talk, the landscape is very vast, and there's no way you can take a kid to the jungle.
Of course,
there's no way. So that one makes sense. Beauty and the Beast. Not a bad movie. Mm-hmm. But technically, it's just a shot-for-shot remake.
Well, of course.
That's all it is. And I appreciate it.
The thing is, that's exactly what Disney's trying to do.
Exactly.
They're trying to recreate the cartoon movies in live action.
The recreation of Beauty and the Beast was not done bad. It was not done poorly. Mm-hmm. It was actually really good. And I appreciated it more because they didn't try to change. They didn't try to change too much, but still kept that same feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I haven't seen
Honestly,
any
watch
of the
it.
live actions.
I would actually say watch Beauty and the Beast. It's not a bad movie. It really isn't. But now that they show Aladdin, I'm worried about Dumbo.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
I'm really worried about Dumbo because
are they going to do Bambi? Thumper?
I swear to God,
head
they
blown
better.
off?
No, it's not Thumper.
No,
it's oh yeah.
In Bambi, is Thumper gonna get his head blown off so they can make sure it's different?
I hope so. But honestly, if I can see an on-screen death of Bambi's mom, I will cry.
Yo,
I will.
Her entire chest, caves open, just open.
It's Joe Rogan with a
with
the compound bow.
Whoa!
You just see poor Bambi's mom get taken out.
Just nailed to the tree.
You just see Bambi just walking around. You just see Bambi, and then you just see like the silhouette of his mom in the distance, and he's staring at his mom, and you just see the silhouette of an arrow just
impale into the tree. You just it's like, oh no.
And then it's Hunter Joe Rogan.
Yo, you ever taken DMT?
Like, dropping DMT tabs in his mouth and shit.
Yo, you're gonna have an experience right now.
But honestly, Aladdin, I am not excited for. I'm not hopeful for.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm hard passing on it. Let's put it this way, dude. My girlfriend saw the trailer. Okay. She saw it, and I went, "What did you think?" And all she sent me was a GIF of trash.
Ooh.
And let me just say this:
not even words.
I love my girlfriend, and she is the biggest fan of Disney I've ever fucking met. Ever met. And she says it looks garbage.
Ooh. She didn't even use words.
It wasn't even worth her words. And she sent me a GIF of garbage.
That's burn.
Dude, I'm not excited.
That's third degree burn.
I'm so sad.
That's skin graft required.
Like I said, man, I'm really trying to get into this industry to save the industry from itself.
Are you hoping that even though a lot of people really worked hard on this movie, I bet, And for everybody that's wanted this movie to come out, are you hoping that maybe this movie kind of fails?
I don't ever wish. I don't want to ever wish for that because it's not a movie that I hate.
Yeah,
It's not a movie that. It's not a franchise I hate. It's not a company I hate.
If it
but
does
it's the
poorly,
fact that I don't want it to do poorly, but I hope they learn a fucking lesson. I hope that it doesn't do as well as they needed. I hope it's a record low.
Okay.
And they go, damn, maybe we should kind of stick to what we've known to do.
Yeah.
Because I think there's too many people now who are just willing to go to the theater and not care about the quality until it's over. You know what I mean? They don't actually look at a trailer and go, oh wow, that doesn't look very good. They go, oh, I'll watch it.
Do you think it's
I'll go see
critical?
it.
Do you think it's like a critical analysis thing that people aren't taking into consideration?
Well, but we also have to consider this too, that not everyone hyper analyzes everything like we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not Disney fans, they're not Star Wars fans, they're not comic book fans. You know what I mean? Like they don't analyze things like fandom does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They won't. No, the normal standard individual that goes to the theater, I would say 50% don't know shit about the movie they're going to watch. You know what I mean? Goose egg. So I want to be more judgmental, but at the same time, I understand that they're just pitching to people that have never seen the movie before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I understand that. But how hard is it to actually take the time and use the money you're going to spend anyway?
Yeah.
You're going to spend the money anyway and use that money correctly.
Yeah.
To give yourself a good quality movie. I can't name a movie that I can honestly say has struck me in the last 3 years. Where it's like, wow, this movie is phenomenal.
The only movie that I can probably say has gotten that close is probably Interstellar.
Yeah, and that wasn't even 3 years ago. That was about 5 years ago.
Exactly.
And that was an amazing... Wolf of Wall Street?
Love
that movie.
Pretty awesome.
And of course, we're comparing apples to oranges. Those are huge movies, and this is a Disney movie.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Still,
that's
they
actually...
still have huge budgets. Massive.
They do have big budgets, but at the same time, Disney's Disney, dude. You know what I mean? Disney's on a whole different tier. And it's more
Are they?
They're on a huge tier.
Like, they have big budgets, but is that what actually is? Because
you're right. Yeah.
A Wrinkle of Time was a failure.
You want to hear something funny about that?
Failure.
You want to hear something funny about that? When the movie released, it had a soft release.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? There was no hype about that movie.
Oh, no.
I have a customer that's a teacher. I won't drop names.
Yeah.
That's a teacher. And his whole class was going to go see the movie.
Yeah.
They canceled it.
Interesting.
Oprah Winfrey canceled it.
Huh.
Because she was going to make an appearance.
Huh.
So it leads me to believe it's like, wow, how bad was this movie? And it's garbage. I haven't watched it. I don't feel like eye bleaching.
So
go ahead.
Is it actually that Disney has a big budget, or is it actually that they're new quote? Here's the thing: new IPs. Because we're also comparing.
I would say new
Wolf of Wall
IPs.
Street, yes, it's a remake.
Yeah, very true. What?
Yeah,
Remake of what?
The 70s version.
No.
Yeah, there's another one.
There is no Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
Here,
Are you talking about the one with Charlie Sheen?
No, I don't think it's that one.
No, I don't think there's an. Is there original? Can you double check that?
I'm checking right now.
No, no, it's not. No. Because I know what you're thinking of, but Wolf of Wall Street is actually based on an autobiography.
Maybe that's.
Yeah, it's based on an autobiography.
I know. I might be thinking about Wall Street.
Wall Street, the movie. Yeah, with Charlie Sheen, and I'm gonna remember the name right now.
But yeah, that one.
Yeah, you're thinking of Wall Street.
Yeah. Well, the
I
thing
know.
is that one it's based on something.
Yep.
However, Interstellar is a totally fresh IP.
It's a completely
But Disney, their recurring IPs like Lion King and Jungle Book. Those
oh my God, I forgot Lion
remakes.
King's coming out soon.
Right? Those are remakes.
Yep, those are remakes.
And the new IPs that they're coming out, which isn't even really new because it's also based on something like a book.
Yep.
Like
Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time did poorly.
Poor.
So is it actually that they're on another level because they have a budget?
Yes.
Or is it...
I would say
and
the
not,
budget...
Not because they're actually good at making movies.
No. It's simply the budget.
Simply
Because
the budget.
Disney has... they have an unbelievable budget.
Oh, yeah.
They have to. They have several theme parks. They have several channels. They have huge franchises. They have a lot of IPs. They have a lot of things. So I will not sit here and hear an excuse from Disney and saying, "Oh, it was bad writing. The movie just didn't do well."
So
No, dude, you didn't invest.
Time, So for A Wrinkle of Time, currently it has a 4.2 on IMDb, a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
And its budget was 100 to 130 mil, and only made 132.7 mil on the box office. So
Barely
only
made their
a
money
profit
back.
of 2.7 mil.
Only made their money back. They only broke even.
Yeah.
You know how sad that is
Yeah.
for a company,
For Disney.
for a studio to
Which
make their
apparently
money back.
this movie was
only
being pushed because it's got women and diversity, and also that it's based upon on a classic
book.
young adult book or
Yeah.
teens book, and it barely broke even.
And you and I both know this, Brandon.
You had
you and I
Oprah,
both
you
know
had
this.
big names.
The thing is, you and I both know this through the industry,
Yeah.
through being near it and working somewhat around it.
Yeah.
That $2 million profit is nothing to them.
Oh no, that's not even that's not profit.
That doesn't. That's
To them,
a
that's
loss.
still a loss. Yeah.
They
To
only
them-
made their money back.
To them, a profit is anything after they made double.
Yep.
So they've spent 130 million. So once it crosses 260 million,
We're good.
Then after that, after 260 million made, then that becomes profit.
It's ridiculous.
260 under, that's just making up for it.
Because people don't understand the amount.
They want so much money.
Oh my God. They don't understand the amount that's not even accustomed to that. Just the filming budget. It's the advertisement. It's
Well, because it's not just because
everything.
the budget itself is expensive because
Yep.
of all those different aspects, but the investors, they want all that
they
money
want-
they invested more and then a profit.
Yep.
They just want everything back.
So for them to only make $2 million, grossly underperformed. So I think it's more of a shame that Disney won't take the time
Yep.
to find good writers, to find good
the
quality
way.
scripts, actors, directors, and something that actually works.
Yeah.
Instead of just blowing the money and going, yeah, we'll make this.
I mean, like they purposely wait. I don't think it was Disney. It was Warner Brothers that purposely failed Iron Giant,
Yep.
and Disney, or I think Disney purposely failed Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they spent a lot of money, and it looks good. They
Dude,
did a
Iron
great
Giant
job.
was a good movie.
Well, that one, and also
Treasure Planet, good movie.
I mean,
Titan
the only-
AE, good movie.
Underrated.
Underrated. Okay, we're gonna end this. Where are we at?
We are at 49.
Top three underrated animated films.
Animated films.
Animated, not anime. Animated.
Well, yeah. Well, of course. Titan AE. Of
Titan
course,
AE. I have to
and-
agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
That's mine.
Yeah. Same.
Really?
Here. Number 2.
Yep.
And Treasure Planet. Those are 3
Yeah.
easy ones. They're pretty easy. 'Cause
Mine is
they're-
gonna be Atlantis because that was such a good movie.
It was.
That was such
and
a
then
good
they
movie.
kneecapped themselves with the second one. Because
Terrible.
the second one isn't even an actual movie. It's a movie that was made
We're
out
Back?
of the... Oh, it just turned
Oh
off
God!
again.
Have you seen We're Back?
Negative. Wait,
Oh,
I think I've heard of it.
With the dinosaurs?
Yes.
Oh man, dude, underrated movie. That one, and then I have to go Iron Giant just because
Oh, yeah, of course.
that's such a good Vin Diesel movie.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good Vin Diesel movie.
I am super... When he went as Groot, he was reprising his role as Iron Giant.
Exactly.
There you go.
So next week we will be back.
Yep.
Again, we're supposed to have a guest. We're supposed to have our good friend Tony back on.
Hey, don't worry, I got the music this time.
You got the music this time?
I think.
I want to thank, and we want to thank Explicit Vape Burbank for allowing us to record here again. Ed, thank you very much. Other than that, we will be back again. Anything else you want to add, Brandon? As we sign out?
I might be able to. I might be getting one of my friends on, possibly the following week.
Nice.
So I might be coming onto camera for the first time.
Oh,
So,
shit.
hey. Well, for an actual episode.
For an actual episode.
I've been on camera.
He's been on
before,
camera, just
but
not in a while.
Not
in a while.
the proper way.
And as always, we'll be back and just
be
real.
real.